All right, put your hands together for the CSL Dallas music team. And we want to say thank you for joining in community today. No matter where you're watching us in the world, whether it be here on campus or all around the globe, we want to say thank you. And as a reminder, every day is a day for transformation, spiritual deepening, and heart connection, no matter what's going on. And every day we learn and practice something important that makes a difference. And we have a special day today because Dr. Tracy Brown is here to train your brain. So get ready for a fun time and join me by putting your hands together for the CSL Dallas music team.
This healing day. Thank you for this day.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day.
For this healing, healing day.
This healing, this healing, this healing day.
All right. For this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Hey!
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day.
This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day.
This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends.
I want to say thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
thank you.
So grateful.
So grateful.
I'm grateful.
I'm grateful.
It's beautiful. It's healing.
Healing.
It's this day.
This day.
It's this day.
This day.
Thank you.
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 Good morning, everyone, and happy Mother's Day to mothers and whoever is not a mother, and whoever pretends to be a mother, and whoever has a mother, which means everybody. So happy Mother's Day, everybody. Hey, welcome. Let's begin first by saying our purpose statement. We are radically inclusive, spiritually progressive, transforming lives, and so it is. We hope that you are having an amazing start to your month. Be sure to pick up the new event flyer for May and June, which outlines everything that's going on over the next 2 months. Happening this Saturday on May the 20th is going to be our holistic fair, so come out and join us, okay? Stay the whole day or hop around to different offerings. There's something for everyone. CSL Dallas is very excited to host this day full of opportunities. Check out the event schedule to see the free classes, workshops, live music, campus tours, and more. This fair will end with an awesome 4D sound healing experience that evening. Be sure to get your tickets as soon as possible because this event tends to sell out fast. Now happening on Sunday the 21st, Dr. Peacher and our CSL Dallas practitioners are offering a powerful healing immersive called Body Talk. Do you struggle with chronic pain, ongoing health challenges, or a difficult diagnosis? If yes, then Body Talk event is for you. During this unique experience, receive a metaphysical framework for ways to engage with chronic pain and an opportunity to talk and listen to your pain in a safe and supportive and sharing space. In addition, receive a chamber of prayer, spiritual mind treatment, and chance to be guided one-on-one through your own healing experience. You can sign up for this event at csldallas.org. Now, whether you're new to CSL Dallas or have been connected for a while, we have countless opportunities for transformation. So you have to find the right one that's for you at CSL Dallas 101. Tune in to this brief 1-hour overview all about our spiritual community, where you'll learn the basics of our education program, volunteerism, topic-driven groups, and leadership. But most importantly, how we can create a world that works for everyone. So RSVP to join in person on Sunday, May 21st, or online Tuesday, May the 23rd. What limiting beliefs do you still carry? What about the stories you tell yourself? Well, led by practitioner Sherry Woods, the course Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life provides the fundamental metaphysical framework for becoming the change agent in your life. Using science of mind principles and practices, discover what's holding you back and learn how to create a thriving life for yourself. The course starts on Thursday, May 25th, and it's in person and online. So welcome to all the new souls here for the first time. Let's see, we have just a little bit more now. However you guys found us today, we don't care, online or in person. We love for you to stay in touch. So stay in touch by knowing that you can follow us on social media. Leave us a Google review even, and sign up for our weekly newsletter and inspirational text by filling out the Connect card from the link in the chat online or at the welcome table if you're on campus to stay connected to everything that's happening in CSL Dallas. Now, let's settle and center ourselves with this morning's music and our practitioner as we go within.
Pour yourself in me, pour yourself into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, pour yourself in me, pour yourself into my heart. Wonderful Spirit, pour your joy in me, pour your joy into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, pour your joy in me, pour your joy into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, pour your love in me, pour your love into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, pour your love in me, pour your love into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, shine your light in me, shine your light into my heart. Whoa, wonderful Spirit, shine your light in me, shine your light into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit.
I invite you to go within with me. Just imagine yourself seeing the top of your head opening wide, opening up and allowing the inflow of Spirit, which is that indwelling presence within each of us. Allow that essence and that energy to flow in from the top and all the way through you to the bottoms of your feet, and let it pour out through your toes. That is the essence of who you are. That divine Mother, Father, God energy, the yin and the yang of life. Pours that love, that pours that light, that pours that joy, and fills you to overflowing like the endless waterfall, filling up and spilling over. That love that nurtures us. That light that shines the way before us to pave our pathway. That divine Mother Nature that wraps us in its embrace. In those moments when we wonder whether or not it's going to be okay, it's that warm mother embrace that says, it's okay, you're all right. Take that next step. I've got you. Just filling up and spilling over with that love and that joy. Allowing that to be our fullest expression this day and forevermore. I invite you to take a breath with me. Let that soak in. That energy filling up and spilling over. I just rest in that pure light, that pure love that is the divine expressing as each and every one of us this day. And so in gratitude for that Mother, Father, God energy, that divine feminine that expresses in all of us, I simply say thank you for this day. I allow this time to be blessed, calling it so. We can affirm by saying, and so it is.
Sing your song. Sing your song in me. Sing your song. Sing your song into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Sing your song in me. Sing your song in me. Sing your song. Sing your song into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Dance and smile in me. Dance and smile in me. Dance and smile into my heart. Oh, wonderful, wonderful Spirit. Dance and smile in me. Dance and smile in me. Dance and smile into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Pour yourself in me. Pour yourself into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Wonderful. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Oh, wonderful Spirit. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we do it like this too. All right. All things possible. Do you think so? I think so. Let's do it like this. Come on.
All things are possible. All things are possible. All things are possible for me. All things are possible.
Yeah.
All things are possible. All things are possible for me.
Why?
'Cause God's life is my life, and my life is God's life. God's life is my life, and my life is God's life. All things are possible.
Yes, they are.
All things are possible. All
thank you to Miss Jerry. Would you please thank you to Brad and Eric and Matt, because we cannot, trust me, we can't do it without them. Would you please welcome Queen Darlene, Queen Glenda. Oh, yes, that's right. You gotta have it.
Thank you. All right, good morning, everyone. So, you know, sometimes we go through life and we haven't been so kind to ourselves. And we learn some things, and we start doing things differently. And we realize all we had to do was love ourselves a little bit. And when you have that experience, sometimes you just got to talk about it. You got to testify that I was there, but now I'm here. So Darlene and I, we're going to testify a little bit for you. All right.
We just don't understand
We don't understand
why life is the way it is.
Life is the way it is.
Things don't always go the way we plan them.
Things don't always go the way we plan them.
But I believe
But
God and time are synonymous. And through time, God reveals all things.
Through time, God reveals all things.
Be still.
Be still.
Stand in love.
Stand in love.
Pay attention.
Pay attention. 'Cause I just wanna testify. I just gotta testify. I just wanna testify. Ooh, I wanna testify.
When I look back on my life,
When I think back on my life,
I shudder at the danger I put myself
shudder at the danger I put myself in.
in. But amazing grace
But amazing
always
grace
carried me to safety. Even when I went back to the same place again and again.
and again.
But I learned no one could ever really love me until I do.
Until I do.
So now in spirit, mind,
Spirit, mind,
and body, I surrender myself daily to what's true.
Daily to what's true. And I just wanna testify.
I just want to testify.
I just wanna testify. I just wanna testify. Ooh, I wanna testify.
So sweet the journey
So sweet the journey.
when you learn to love yourself, accept yourself, forgive yourself, respect yourself, believe in yourself, be yourself
Be yourself.
with amazing grace
With amazing
as your
grace,
constant friend. I am free of danger.
I am free
I
of
am
danger.
free of fear.
I'm free of fear.
And my mind is at ease.
And my mind
I
is
don't
at
regret
ease.
yesterday, because yesterday made me who I am today. And I just got to testify. I got to testify.
I
I
just wanna testify.
testify. I just wanna testify. Amazing grace saved my
Amazing
life.
grace saved my life.
I just wanna testify. Amazing grace saved my life. Save my life. Save my life. Save my life. Ooh.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Ooh, another round of applause for Glinda and Darlene, for our band today, for our vocalist today. I'll take it. I'll take it now, especially because after the talk, you may be like, we applauded for her. Like, glad we did it then, because we sure don't want to do it now. So, as most of you know, our theme this month, the whole month, is my body and my mind. Health is a spiritual practice. And today we get to focus on training our brain, which I'm not exactly 100% sure where I'm going to go with this, but I have an idea. Because the question I asked myself was, like, what does mental and emotional health have to do with, like, this whole idea? Because most of the time when we talk about the mind-body connection, we really focus on the body. And we are this month going to focus on the body. Dr. Petra is going to spend the last Sunday of the month really focusing on the body. And you heard Michael Brundy share that there would be this healing practice and experience coming up later this month where we are going to be focusing on the body. But today we're really going to just slow down enough to really think about how do we have to train our brains in order to affect the overall health experience we want to have. And so a lot of training your brain really boils down to, what do you believe? What do you want to believe? And what are you doing to reinforce that belief? And what did you believe in the past that no longer serves you, that you want to put in the past, in the shadows, in the not conscious part of your thinking and being? And so when I think of what do I believe right now, I want to train my brain that the beliefs I have right now are like in Technicolor, like in this image. They're bright and they're vivid and they're prominent, not hidden in any way, like in some secret corner of my brain. Because if they're in some secret place in my brain that I am not aware of, I'm probably not consciously choosing them and using them and living them. And so training our brain is very much about being conscious and aware of our beliefs. And one of the messages you may have gotten from Glinda and Darlene is how important it is for us to believe in ourselves. If we want to have something to testify about, we have to believe it is possible within ourselves. If we want to have something to testify about, then we have to know it is our truth that is expressing. If we want to have something to testify about, then it is critical that we believe all the good that we want to experience is actually already ours. Otherwise, you might have something to testify about, but it might not be something you're proud of. So when you believe in yourself, the reality is that sometimes we believe in ourselves in the lowercase s, in all the things that are, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I'll never have a life that I live, I'll always be in debt, nothing ever works out for me. All of those are beliefs too. The beliefs that you have about yourself. But I'm not going to belabor that because we are here to talk about the belief in ourselves that gives us a testimony that we want to talk about, that we know is true, that we actually are moving into and seeing our life expand and expand and expand and expand, and then burst out of whatever cocoon we were in, and our lives become like the butterflies that are on the wall behind me, flying into a beautiful experience of life. And when we do that, the journey is sweet. When we do that, our testifying, our testimony becomes what is in the words of the song you heard right before I started talking. When you learn to love yourself, accept yourself, respect yourself, forgive yourself, believe in yourself, you are able to do what? Be yourself. Yourself in the grandest way of being, your capital S self, the divinity that is within you seeking to express. That is when you are truly being yourself. You have trained your brain to allow yourself to be yourself, or I would say to be your best self. Now, I wasn't always trained to be my best self. I can think of dozens of times. Some of you have heard me talk about when I was a teenager. I expected that I would be blind before the age of 30, and I expected that I would not live to see 40. I was sick as a kid. I had really bad asthma. I had asthma attacks. I had trouble breathing. I couldn't play in the yard at school in recess because I was sick. I had asthma. I couldn't breathe. I was smart, but I was sick, right? So I don't know. Those were supposed to, I guess, balance each other out. But then I got picked on because I was, smart, quote unquote smart. I, studied and I could pass the test. And my vision was not clear. My physical vision was not clear. My emotional vision was not clear. My spiritual vision was not clear. So no surprise that every year when I would go and have my eyes checked from 3rd grade on, every year my vision was worse. Every year the prescription in my glasses got stronger. Every year, because my vision was so bad and my glasses were so thick, the jokes and the teasing from all the kids, and some adults got worse and more hurtful. So, in my late teens, I realized, oh, my vision is so bad now, it keeps getting worse every year. I will be blind before I'm 30. And I started thinking, do I need to learn Braille? Actually, I only thought about that occasionally. Usually what I did, because my belief in myself was that I would be blind, is that I just imagined how traumatic it was going to be to not be able to see. And I would be stuck at home. I could never go anywhere. I mean, it never crossed my mind that I might have a dog that could lead me, or that I would have technology that we have today. None of that. It was never the possibility. It was always the punishment, the pain. And I had asthma that continued well past my teen years. And so I would have attacks I couldn't breathe. And the story that I made up about that is, these just are really bad. You're not going to be able to live to be 40. You're going to stop breathing. So what we believe about ourselves is critical, critical, critical. And we train our brain so that we can love who we are, however we are, accept the truth of the divinity within us, and see the potential and the possibility, not the pain or the punishment. We respect that we take up space in the world and we are here for a purpose, and we forgive all the false stories, all the trauma, all of the things that aren't going the way that we expected them or desired them to go. Then we have the capability to believe in ourselves and over time become our best selves. I want you to acknowledge someone in the room who I know has experienced some of this journey as I have, that they have had to learn to be themselves, to forgive and respect themselves in order to be able to believe in themselves and then to be themselves. And that is Reverend Karen Frost, who is visiting us today from Oklahoma City. Please stand so we can acknowledge you. We always love it when our colleagues visit CSL Dallas from around the country and the world, and I know that they too have been on this journey of becoming their best self. So your mind will always believe everything you tell it. Feed it with faith. Feed it with truth. Feed it with love. Now let me show you something. I was just hanging out, shopping one day, and I saw this plaque, sign, however you want to label it. And this is what it says. Your mind will always believe everything you tell it. Feed it with faith. Feed it with truth. Feed it with love. Now, what's hilarious at the time, what was hilarious to me the day that I saw this, literally 4 hours earlier, I was having a conversation with someone, and I had said, well, what do you believe? And they told me what they believed, and then they told me all the things that were between them and their belief. And so I see this, and I'm like, oh, instead of feeding it with analysis, instead of feeding with judgment, instead of feeding with impossibility, what if we actually did feed it with faith and truth and love and believe that things could happen, that who I say I am is actually who I am? So I laughed hilariously in the store. I'm sure the staff in the store was like, because I was in the store alone. And there was no one near me. And I'm literally laughing out loud. And I had to buy 4 of them so I could have one and then also have 3 to give to people when I wanted to remind them. But this whole thing of training our brain, that's what it is. We're feeding our brain with faith. We're feeding our brains with truth. And we're feeding our brains with love, if we want to move in that direction. What Ernest Holmes says is that we learn to exchange our fears and our doubts and our uncertainties for faith. Like, the fears and the uncertainties and the doubts don't just melt away. It is not magic. We replace them. We say, no, you go over here, and faith stands here and reminds me of the truth. Ernest Holmes continues by saying faith is what can convert our fear into certainty. Faith is what converts or changes poverty into riches. It is our faith, our trust, our belief that transforms disease into health. It is our faith that lifts us from a valley of despair up to the mountaintops of hope and certainty. Now, some of you are really familiar with Ernest Holmes, and you know that really all of this is a part of one quote, and it's not over yet. There is a power which flows out through our words of faith. Okay, the power flows out through our words of faith, what we say that represent the faith that we have, the belief that we have, the trust that we have. And that is what the law of faith is doing. The law of faith is the power that brings into your life everything you need, everything you desire, meets all your supplies, the source of everything that is required for you to live a great life. And so the power flows out through our words of faith. Now, some of you know that one of our spiritual practices is using words of faith in the form of affirmations. And so I want us to spend just 5 or 6 minutes really reminding ourselves of affirmations that are the kind of affirmations that give us something to testify about, as Glenda and Darlene challenge us to do. So I'm going to ask if I can have some greeters come down here, and if I can have the microphone put right here in the middle. And while they're doing that, I am going to, which mic is that? Yellow mic. I am going to ask everyone who is a mother, since it's Mother's Day, let us have you come down. In a minute, I'm going to ask you to come down. I want my greeters, you see them at the end of the aisles. So if you're going to come forward as a person who is a mother, I want to give you a gift because it's Mother's Day. So I want you to pick an affirmation, and by pick, I don't mean go through the box and choose one. I mean pick the one that is definitely and divinely meant for you, because it will be right on the top. Pick the affirmation. Come to the microphone, read the affirmation out loud, and then go back to your seat. Now, if you are not a mother, or if you are a mother who doesn't want to come down to the front and select an affirmation, that's okay. because the rest of us are going to be holding the consciousness, and we are going to be intently listening to each affirmation as it is spoken, as if it is true for ourselves. If you are online, the same thing. Every one of these affirmations is for you too. And so we're going to move very quickly. Mothers, please stand, move to the aisle, and Gary's going to come right here in the middle and hold the microphone right here in the middle, right in front of me. Okay, so hold on. Take a breath, everybody. Are you ready to take in some affirmative truth? Are you ready to own some affirmative truth? Yes. All right, let's go.
I'm secure.
Repeat.
I am secure.
I am secure. I am kind.
Gary, I need you to stay right still. Let them come to you.
I am powerful.
Yes.
I am fearless.
Yes.
I am grateful.
Yes.
I believe in myself.
Yes. There can be some yeses, some ashes, and some amens.
I am amazing.
Yes.
I am amazing.
Yes.
I deserve to be fully loved.
Yes.
I am uniquely designed.
I am uniquely designed. Ashe.
Ashe.
I am passionate.
Yes.
I am worth it.
I deserve to be fully loved.
I believe in myself.
I am ready to succeed.
I am mindful. I am powerful.
Yes.
I love who I am.
Ashe.
I can do this.
I am at peace.
I am full of potential.
I am strong. I choose positivity.
I forgive myself.
I am grateful. I am worth it.
I can achieve great things.
I am all that there is, has been, or ever will be. I am.
And if there are any mothers in the room who did not want to come forward, but you would like an affirmation, then our greeters would be happy to bring one to you. Can we all together affirm these affirmations by saying Ashe, Ashe. Aho, Aho. Amen. Amen, and so it is. Thank you so much. This is what it means to train your brain. What you tell yourself again and again and again and again that affirms the best of who you are. This is what lets your soul glow in word and action and how you show up. And there is no better day than Mother's Day to hear the mothers who have been in that role of giving and growing and often without being recognized or acknowledged or valued, that these affirmations are true for you. And we train our brain to know that from the inside out. We don't need anyone else to tell us. We need to know so strongly within ourselves that we feel like we are making our dreams come true. So, really, your challenge this week is to train your brain. When you notice that you are saying or doing things that do not confirm the power and the beauty of the divinity that is within you seeking to express, stop and write your own affirmation. Stop. And if your own affirmation doesn't work or it doesn't feel like it is working in your life, then you may be going through a storm. We have a lot of storms here in North Texas. We have a lot of storms in our lives. What do we do when there's a storm, when there is a tornado, when there are windstorms, or storms in any form in Texas or elsewhere, hurricanes, right? Earthquakes. We call them disasters, but we don't stop. We call in the contractors we need. We call in the roofing contractor to replace the roof. We call in the contractor who can re-landscape our garden that got torn up. We call in a contractor who can help us make our dreams come true. We don't always have to do it completely alone, even though we all have our own work to do. Does that make sense? We all have our own work to do, but that doesn't mean we have to do it completely alone. And so, just like there's a storm, or maybe there's not a storm, maybe you have a new dream. Maybe you want to renovate or remodel your home. Then you reach out to Terry Becker in our community and you say, you're an interior decorator, come help me redesign my home. Or maybe you want to move to a new home and create a new change to make your dreams come true. And then you go on in the directory and you that Jim Barong guy, I know he's on the website, he's a realtor, right? Let me call in somebody to give me some help because they know they can hold my dream and take me there. Maybe you're remodeling or you're buying a new home and you need the plumbing checked out because you are not a plumber. And you're like, oh, over at CSL Dallas, the bar over there, isn't that called Dan O'Brien's bar or something? Because he did the plumbing. Well, we got a plumber I can call. We call for help. But we are the ones who have to know and identify what the dream is. So when your dream doesn't feel attainable, or you're confused, or it seems to be taking a long time, in our community, we call on our licensed practitioners and spiritual coaches to hold the dream with you. When you hear us say practitioners, or you see people who are in our community wearing a purple stole, Cindy or Anita or Carol or Jim, they're wearing the purple stole to say to you, I am here and I am available to help you make your dreams come true. They're not going to tell you what your dreams should be, but they can help you train your brain so that you feel like making your dreams come true. Is there anybody in the room who has ever worked with a licensed practitioner or spiritual coach? Would you raise your hand? If you're online, if you would put me in the chat or yes in the chat. If you looked around the room, you see a lot of hands up. It doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're moving forward toward something new or different. So all I want you to do this week is really focus on training your brain. Would you do that? Yes. Would you consciously and intentionally train your brain? Yes. If you're having trouble with it, who you gonna call? Yeah, I know, that's a little corny, right? But that's what we do here. In this month of really paying attention to your mental and emotional and physical health, please, please train your brain.
Thank you, Ms. Tracy, Dr. Tracy. Hey, as the greeters come forward, now let's all show our support for this beloved community. We invite you to give generously to the work of CSL Dallas, knowing that as you give, the law of circulation multiplies that gift to you and to so many others. We begin by affirming our abundance together. I am prosperous in all things as flow through me and take form. Infinite creativity flows through CSL Dallas. We move forward joyously, accepting our perfect abundance and empowering our center, our community, and our world. And so it is. Hey, there are many ways that you can give. You can text giving, you can use Venmo, you can use PayPal, there's auto tithing, or you can just use the basket that's being passed around. And pick whichever option works best for you. Hey, we have several amazing opportunities that you can sign up for right here, right now, today. So let me tell you what's going on. Do you have a green thumb for gardening and love being of service to the community? Gather with us for a day of community service at Bon Ton Farms, where we'll help out with harvesting and pruning produce, watering trees and vegetables, and planting new crops. You'll also get to see the adorable goats and pigs and chickens. So sign up in Pankey Hall or via the link in the chat. We are 3 weeks away from our Journey to Awakening program, and we are still looking for hosts to lead each home study group and members to join. Spiritual work is so much richer when we do it together. During this 6-week home study group, you'll get to travel in a safe and empowering circle that supports you in answering the call of your soul even more deeply. To sign up, fill out the online form in the chat or visit the sign-up table across the breezeway. Do you love making graphics, creative writing, or photography? Then our communications team is for you. Apply your unique craft of creativity and artistic eye in a meaningful way by supporting CSL Dallas's marketing department. The flyers you make and the photos you take will help us grow our presence online and our spiritual community in person. Bring your ideas to our table. Let's collaborate. Contact Lauren at CSL Dallas to learn more. Now stop by the Artist Corner to meet our Artist of the Month, Carol Williams. Through her watercolor paintings, Carol has found a beautiful way of creating natural landscapes that feel like a breath of fresh air. Enjoy Carol's artwork all month, plus meet her right after the celebration. Now, we highly recommend receiving a spiritual mind treatment with one of our practitioners. Every Sunday, you can receive one directly and get spiritual support from our licensed spiritual coaches. These sessions are free, and they take place in person and online after the celebration. If you're on campus, just head over to the Peace Room. And for those of you who are online, you'll see that there's a link that's being posted in the chat room for you to join via Zoom. Now, Let's close our time together with our amazing music team. And happy Mother's Day.